You.
I asked Christian this. I guess you certainly qualify. What's it like to be one of the old guys?
7 years in, I don't think I'm that damn old. But you know, it's an experience. I just remember coming in 2015, having older guys over 10 plus years, and seeing how they carried themselves and just try to take some of their traits and try to give that to the young guys.
What for you does that look like?
Just the way you carry yourself on and off the field. I know TD was my big role model on that. I had Peanut Tillman, Roman Harper, Kirk Coleman, KK. So I had all those guys, and just teaching them the ways on how we do stuff, how the way you carry yourself, and take care of ball at the end of the day.
Shaq, how good can this defense be? You got a lot of young guys: Burns, Jen, Brown.
I think it would be real good. The biggest thing is just communication, right? Defense, one bad play could turn to a big play. So the biggest thing is we all got to communicate and talk and be on one accord, and I think we'll be good enough.
How much did your unit grow within the season last year once you guys got more snaps on the field?
I think we grew a lot. Once we started figuring out and know that we can trust each other and really understood the defense and how they want us to play, you can see times where you're like, damn, they had their moments, and you see times like, God damn, like you look bad. But that's part of football. But I think this year all the guys have that mentality, that same mentality, like, yo, we got the dudes to do it, so why not? Let's go do it.
Shaq, how hard, looking back, how hard was that last year with not having mini camps, not having OTAs, getting here? Really, some of these guys probably hadn't even seen their faces until they got to training camp, right? I mean, how hard was it, seriously, to get ready for a season under a first-year coach, first-year coordinator?
Sorry to cut you off. I mean, it was tough not to have really spring ball, really, and just kind of getting everybody together, trying to really introduce yourself, getting to know each other, and perform. You know, you just kind of had to go out there and just play for a random. You know what I mean? And now we did a good job just building this team together, really brotherhood-wise, and having team bondings, having players come over to my house and trying to build that team chemistry, and really go out there and play for each other, not just a random person. You know what I mean? I want to go play for Burns. I want Burns to play for AJ. I want AJ to play for Yetur. I want Yetur to play for Denzel. Hassan to play for JC. Or both all JCs, Chan, JC Carter. I mean, so I just want those guys and even myself just to play for each other.
Shaq, in what way did you see, not knowing your teammates as well as you could have show up on the field in particular last year?
Just not knowing where guys will fit. If they're going to be there, really just having that trusting mentality. On defense, you got to be able to really trust everybody. So they're going to be in that spot, this pass off stuff, be in that gap. Not shoot out of that gap, not do this, not do that. So that's the biggest thing this year is we all going to trust each other.
Is the Ricky Bobby quote there an example of your expectations?
Shake and bake. That's what we're going to do, shake and bake.
But you got the game first, your last. Is that where you spent?
Nah. Shake and bake on me.
Shaq, where do you think this defense improved itself the most?
Last year or
with the off-season edition?
I really think they really did a great job just attacking the free agents. They brought in a lot of great guys, D-line, especially secondary, and they kind of just putting it together. You know, they want to trust in their defense. You know, you can go a long ways with the defense, just holding the opponents. You know what I mean, to 21 points or less, or 17 points or less, or wherever you defense has a thing. So we're just gonna go out there, play ball, play fast, have that energy. I mean, we're young as hell, and why not? I mean, that's what everybody keeps harping on. It's like they're young. So you know what? We're gonna be young and we're gonna have fun.
Can that be a good thing?
It could definitely be a good thing. Once we get, we all understand situational ball, but once our situational ball just shoots up, hand to hand, young and situational ball is gonna be perfect.
What's it like walking into a meeting room and seeing, Denzel and seeing Hassan, and how much more helpful can they be to you guys on this
I think they're going to be a tremendous help. Everybody has to go out there and win a spot, right? Even myself, we all fighting to make this team. We all fighting for a starting spot. So whoever wins it, we're going to go out there and play for each other, play with each other, and come together as a defense.
Shaq, how much learn about Denzel's
I'm not going to speak on that, but he had texted me right when he got it. I was like, man, just call Eddie. I understand you got to get the training camp, right? So.
How much of a benefit is it to feel comfortable in this defense? Like, what's the difference? How would you describe that to someone like having spent a year in this defense?
You understand what the coaches really want. You understand how they want us to play football. You understand techniques that they want you to do. You just understand a whole lot. I mean, last year was kind of tough, you know what I mean, going back and forth with them, how we see things, how they see things. But this year's just like, man, excuse my language, like, fuck it. We're going to pay attention to y'all. We're going to go off of y'all. We're going to listen to y'all. And we just go out there and go play.
Is that trust there that wasn't there last year?
No doubt. It's probably trust on their end, trust on our end. And, you know, they're college coming in the NFL, and these guys in the NFL, you know what I mean? We know how the NFL works and stuff like that. But now, you know, this year we just, as you see last year, towards the end, we started coming together. I mean, Rule was saying some stuff, and I was like, damn, I see it. Like, I see what you're talking about. And so this year we're going to try to throw that out there and just listen to these coaches and go out there and just play ball.
Shaq, there aren't that many guys on the roster who've been in Spartanburg itself. What does coming down here
It's
for
hot.
3 or 4 weeks do to that bonding that you were talking about?
It just puts us all in just like one little area, you know what I mean? You get to know your teammates, you get to play cards games, you get to play little basketball games, and you just build that chemistry, you know what I mean? I want to know something about Denzel that nobody else knows. I want to know about his kids. I want to know about his mom, his family, and stuff like that. And he probably wants to do the same. I want to get to know AJ. I want to get to know JC Horn. So I just want to get to know them to make it seem like on the field, like we're brothers and not just business partners. You know what I mean? Trying to do the same thing. We're going to go out there and play for each other.
There's
You
a
talked
level
about
of
how important it was for your position group to learn at OTAs and kind of get that out of the way. Do you feel like you learned enough to take that next step here in training camp, or do you still feel like there's some catching up to do for the young guys?
Nah, I feel like we definitely take that next step. I do feel like the young guys, I mean, they're young, right? They got to get that experience. They got to go out here and get the exposure and play. It's a different type of speed, right? Everybody knows football. Everybody knows the cues and all that. So the young guys is just repetition. You know, that's why we're here to help them out, make them get the knowledge and understand the game a lot more.
there's a level of energy that's coming from you. I don't know if it's different or like how good do you feel?
You want to know the truth?
I do want to know the
Yeah, I'm
truth.
trying to get done with this interview.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm just messing with you. But, man, it's just year 7. Honestly, these young guys kind of got me excited. Just talking to Burns, talking to Chin, and those guys is just like, that energy, man, just like, man, we got it. Like, we got the guys on the defense. You know what I mean? That triggers me and like, man, hell yeah, let's go. Like, I got your back, y'all got my back, and you know what I mean? When things get behind the linebackers, you know, we just call Chin. Chin.
Do you ever kind of look around and go, where'd everybody go?
No, because I understand it's a business, and I understand guys, you know what I mean? We're trying to get young, and the league is trying to stay young. So like all like the older guys, if not that many injuries, they'll keep you around. But if you got a lot of injuries, it's not gonna keep you around.
Shaq, Brian,
using this word young, you're 27.
Yeah.
You're not 34,
Yeah.
like about to retire.
No, not at all. I feel old as hell though. Like I feel old as hell playing 7 years. But you're right, I'm only 27. I still got some, you know what I mean, miles. You know what I mean? I'm like a 2015 Honda. I got like 15,000 miles on it.
Is there an example of something that the young guys have done that makes you feel old?
Just hearing like them been born in like 2000. Like you hear that, you like, God damn. Like in 2015, it's like, man, I just graduated high school. I'm like, God damn. Like, you know what I mean? Just like stuff like that.
Don't get me
Are
started
you
on that.
concerned about the NFL protocol with COVID or any traces?
Nah, man, we're just gonna go out here and apply by the rules. Vaccinated, you're vaccinated, you're free. If you're not, then wear a mask. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's grown. They got the decision, and I'm with everybody if you're vaccinated or non-vaccinated.
Did you get vaccinated?
You guys, one of those a handful of teams are at least 85% plus.
Yeah.
So what's that say? Did you guys get together and talk about that? And
I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, guys made the decision. We talked about it in the OTAs, and guys just made the decision.
Did you get vaccinated?
Did I get vaccinated? I can't tell you all that. That's my personal opinion, and that's my personal life.
Was the discussion in OTAs kind of understanding it's a personal decision, but also, I think Matt said this, that there are team ramifications to it.
Yeah, I mean, you know what you can do when you're vaccinated, and you know what you cannot do when you're not vaccinated. It's just a risk and a reward, right? And guys know, guys get vaccinated, they do. That's their decision, and I made my decision.
Shaq, different topic. Does this feel like a transition period for the NFC South, especially where quarterback play is concerned, with Drew retiring? I know Tom's still back, and so is Matt, but it feels like that they're not going to be there much longer.
I can't really, talk about them, but I can talk about us. we got a good quarterback, and I believe in him. I believe Sam Darnold's going to come in here and help us out.
One question about Brian Burns. Seems like, I think we all agree, a player that's kind of on the cusp of maybe really breaking out and getting his name across the NFL. How much does Hassan coming in on the other side? How much you feel like that'll help him as well? Take some of maybe that pressure off him.
He's just probably going to create a lot of one-on-ones. Somebody has to get double team. I feel like you talked about Burns, but I feel like Derek is also going to be a guy who's going to create a name for himself this year.
You mentioned Sam. What have you seen in him that stands out as a leader?
Everything. He has all the attributions, or he has everything really. I can't really say much, but he goes out there, he works hard, he's trying to understand the playbook. He's making the right calls, making the right checks, getting everybody aligned, and yeah.
Why do you think he failed with the Jets?
Because he wasn't here.
You guys got any more questions?
Yeah. He also talked about throwing off his back foot a lot and trying to work on his balance and everything between camp and now. OTAs and now. So did you notice anything during OTAs when he first started? If he got better at it?
I'm not a quarterback coach, so I can't tell you how he's going to throw the ball or anything like that. All I can tell you is he's on my team. I'm going to have his back regardless, and we're going to rock with him regardless.
Who was the Calgon Jr. to your Ricky Bobby?
Nobody.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.